Hey Guru Nation, welcome back to the clinicaltrialsguru.com. So quick video because I'm going to do a long podcast on the same topic. So go to iTunes or Stitcher and check it out, Random Musings from the Clinical Trials Guru. So really quick, I wanted to differentiate because there seems to be confusion out there, especially for research naive physicians, research naive site owners. Like, what are the responsibilities of a site owner versus what are the responsibilities of a PI? So, and now sometimes the PI can be a site owner or a co-owner or the sole owner. So in those cases, obviously the roles overlap because it's the PI and the site owner. But usually there's a business person like myself and they'll partner with a PI and they don't give that PI ownership in their company. What they do is they pay the PI a percentage of the study budget as they get paid, or the PI becomes an employee of the company. Okay? Now, from the perspective of the FDA, which is the regulator in this industry, it does not matter what the PI is. If he's an owner, if she's an employee, if she's an independent contractor, the FDA doesn't care. If the FDA sees PI, principal investigator, and they see them as the only individual, let me say that again, the only individual with 100% responsibility for the conduct of the trial. I don't care if the PI is not a site owner and just an employee. The PI, once you sign that 1572, that is a binding contract between the PI and the FDA that you're taking full responsibility for the conduct of the trial, regardless of whether you break up with your business partner, regardless of whether you don't like research and you want to leave and go do something else. It's your study, and the FDA can come audit you, and your name is on the line. So there's a lot of confusion there because some PIs think, especially new ones, they think, well, I'm not the site owner, so I'm not responsible. Well, that's true from like a debt collector's perspective or from the IRS's perspective. But when it comes to the FDA, hate to say this, you are solely responsible. In fact, you can't abandon your study. The site owner can abandon their study and leave you holding the bag. You can't do that because it's your name on the line, and then you tarnish your reputation for getting future studies. The FDA can actually blacklist you from participating in future trials. Now, as a site owner, you want to be careful with your reputation as well. You're not exactly and entirely off the hook, but you don't shoulder as much of the responsibilities as a principal investigator does. However, as a business person, from a branding perspective, from a relationship perspective, that you're trying to establish yourself as a good site in the eyes of the sponsors and the CROs, I mean, they can blacklist you also, right? So it won't be formal, but they'll just say, okay, no, this person who owns these clinics, they can't do studies with us anymore. And now they're keeping metrics. They're keeping data on all this stuff too. So, but definitely the principal investigator, regardless of whether you're an owner, an employee, an independent contractor, once you sign that 1572, the responsibility of and the conduct of that study is on you from the perspective of the FDA and the sponsors and the CROs. Now, if you really can't stand your business partner and you really don't want to do research, you can call the sponsor and let them know, hey, we're requesting a change in the PI. Here's why, and I will be moving on, and I will be relieved of my responsibilities. I've seen that happen before. Sponsors typically want justification or a rationale for why that's being done, but it's usually accommodated. So just wanted to bring that up to you in this quick video, and like I said, go to iTunes and check out my longer podcast on this topic, and I'll talk to you all soon. Guru Nation, take care.